Hey guys, today I'm just going to be analyzing some Bayo Dittos between myself and JeBB. Bayo player ranked number 10 in MGVA. Really good Bayo. He started a Wi-Fi server that you can get into, I guess, if you contact him on Twitter. But yeah, we were just playing some Wi-Fi. These are just friendly games. There were a lot more games that I didn't save, just because I feel like I could learn from a lot of the games. But I noticed that my combos were pretty bad. I noticed that he was beating me in a lot of the Dittos, and I really want to get better at this Ditto because it's a crucial matchup for me to know. For a lot of people, probably at Clash, but also just in SC. So, let's get into it. And I'm obviously player 1 because it's we plays. I'll start with 4, let's get 1. And I really do like that combo that he did. I believe it was, yeah, so he challenged my Nair with his fair, and this is the thing about Bayo Dittos. The person who attacks first usually loses at that mid-range area, but if they're close range, then you really want to go for something like a grab or a heel slide. Obviously is annoying. Like, it's bad, but it has really, really good risk-reward. Like, if you miss heel slide, you're not taking that much damage, like maybe a grab combo, but if you get heel slide, you can get up tilt, witch twist, like double side B if you want, or something like side B back air, more likely. But he challenged it with fair. Fair beats Nair, which means he got fair, side B, Nair, side B. And not only did this give him stage control right here, but it did a lot of damage at the early percent, and something really good to go for. Fair is really, really good to go for. Nair is also good because you can go to the ground with it, and you're safe all the way from the time you activate the move to the ground with very low end lag. But fair beats a lot more things, and it also has very low end lag. And you can act out of it quicker. So if you needed fair, you jump, it's a lot easier. That's the heel slide thing. If he had shielded that, I'd take 15, 20, maybe. But I do all this damage because I got a heel slide. And that's just what that does. I could not continue my combo. Bat within, I don't know if that was misspacing by me or if you can just bat within out of that. I assume you can bat within out of that. I assume it wasn't completely true. Because bat within is 1 frame. But I still get half the damage. And because he's in the air, because he had to bat within and then up B, I believe I can side B here, and unless he wish times, I get stage control. He's like on stage, he down his enemy, so I'm able to get stage control. I drop my combo. And right now I have stage control, and I give it up. That's one of the things I noticed this game, and he told me afterwards that I need to work on stage control, just because it's very important, and there's usually not a lot of reason to give up stage control as long as you're in the range where you're not just going to get heel sided and not be able to react to it. That was a really, really, really bad bullet climax. Called that out, but the thing is, in the witch time on the platform is something that I think it's a noob killer, honestly, like in the Ditto, just because I don't think it shouldn't work at high level, because the logic of it is when you're on the platform, Bayo can't grab you, and Bayo can empty jump, but then she's not going to punish witch time unless you, because if she's floating with the side B, or ready to use the side B, and you witch time, she has to wait till she hits the ground to punish it, and then usually she's not going to get a punish, because the Bayo witch time, you can run away. So on the platform, witch timing, when you see the Bayonetta running and trying to do something, is pretty safe. You just don't do it too often. You're going to lose witch time fuel if you miss, but it's not that bad. Like, you get this punish. Up there, up smash. Maybe could have got more of that, but whatever. Jab, down tilt. That punish. Drift away, down tilt, up smash, air dodge. That can be an air dodge read. You can call it a noob killer, but it has almost an effect like up air, like up throw up air from Diddy, where you if you stay there and do nothing, you have to count. You can punish it like with something. You can jump out of it, but if you air dodge, you're just gonna get hit by up smash and die. So it's worth it to go for it in the beginning of games. But he punishes it with down air, which is really nice. So you can call that out. using it again because it's safe, but it's almost not a call-out because he's gonna get it. Like, he's not gonna get punished for it, so why not go for it? And then once he breaks that habit, he can just camp platforms. If he wants to, like when he feels in danger, when he has breaking, he just doesn't want to die. Not the that one I'm surprised he caught on to. Because I was going for side like, oh, he's gonna jump here, but he just wish times. And that's just a read, like maybe a scared reaction, but I mean it worked. Not for much though, because he wish time too much, so it's not even worth it. Down throw. Obviously he messed that up. I couldn't get scared, but he also wanted to back the stage and something like this. That was a nice combo. That was really. I definitely could have bestied up, but he definitely just got the better end of me that game. And I believe, yeah, this is the second game we played. The first game, I won because I got a stage back at like 20, but he was winning the entire game. And I'm gonna do 2 games per video until I do all the games. And we switch costumes a lot, so I'll just know I'm playing one. So we start neutral. He fares good. Like, he gets those slides and he actually grab. Almost. Little combo. Air dodges out of it. Nice. He actually feels like down tilt. And that's the thing about that. Like, my entire heel slide there wasn't guaranteed. But, like, if you heel slide, I call it out. I down tilt you. That's not that bad. But if you land the heel slide, you get 30. So, it's a good strategy. But the issue is, I could have witch timed that, back thrown, down air, he died. So, it's not worth it a lot of the time. But if you're in the middle of the stage, I think it's worth it to heel slide in the Ditto, at least at the beginning until they catch on to it. Witch time. I like that combo. He air dodges, I don't know if I use it. I'm good at calling out neutral and get up attacks. The right pressure's okay. Pretty much what he said about my Bayo, and I agree with, that I've been saying for a while. My neutral's good, my edge trapping's good, like my basic fundamentals are good. I'm just bad at comboing and killing off the top mostly. Against people that actually know how to play versus Bayo. So that's the main thing I need to work on, and then my Bayo's a threat. Back air, side B. That was supposed to be down tilt back air, but I don't think it would have worked too big space to down tilt. Inward down tilt doesn't do as well as that. That's inward down tilt back air. Side B back air. I could have just grabbed leg, but I thought he got it. The thing about side being in the middle of the stage that I want to cover real quick, if you side B in the middle of the stage, usually what you want from the other Bayo is if the other Bayo is being aggressive and trying to ledge trap you with a heel slide on ledge, you want that stage control. Usually it's not about catching people off guard, unless they're right on the ledge and then you side B, then it's about catching them off guard or getting away, because if you side B through their shield, you still have your other side B and you can side B again and get, usually they're not punishing you for that. But, it's pretty okay, but if the Bayo stays there, then they just shield whatever you do to get back to the ground because you have lag from the side B. That's one of the weaknesses of Bayo. And then you're not getting to the ledge with your up B, because one of Bayo's weaknesses is if she runs out of materials over their up B, or things she can do, and she's over the ledge, just pressure her and she can't air dodge or she dies because she ran out of things. And that happens to her a lot because her her tools are her combo tools, a lot of her neutral, and her recovery. So he got that. Witch time, smash. Witch time. I don't know what. I don't really know if I would time that much, but that'll be short. So we're just gonna do it. Down to back air. That is one of the things that I tell people at practice, and they're like, "Oh, that's easy to practice," but you never see Bayos doing that. And it's something that I think it's one of my favorite things to land with Bayo. I think it's one of her most consistent kill confirms because people can kind of escape from down tilt upper but down tilt back air kills a lot earlier. So I definitely do think that it's worth practicing for sure. Like, I go in training mode and just do that all the time if I don't want to actually play the game. Grab. I definitely just start mixing that up with grab up B, but then you can witch time. But the thing is, if you're in the air in the Bayo Ditto and they get a witch time, they're not going to kill you off of it unless you're high percent with back air, so you're good. And in Bayo Dittos, as long as the witch time doesn't kill, it's worth it, because Bayo's kill options aren't that good, like, other than her combos. And usually other than Bayonetta's knowing how to get out of the combos, so it's usually going to come down to a last hit scenario. Unless something off stage happens, or witch time happens, or a combo happens. But you can't bang on that. Heel slide, don't react to it. That's what you get off heel slide when you actually land it, because heel slide broken, but when you land it. That was a pretty good combo, but I didn't react, like, I didn't follow up or do anything. What I think I should have done is I think I should have short hopped forward and then turned around and then been in the middle of the stage. I have a bad habit of trying to keep going for things, but I should just stop and then take stage control when I have stage control, and not give up advantage by going for something crazy, or something like a grab. And then I could get a lot more off of it because he's scared, and then he has to get around me to get back to center stage. I'm fine because I can just do this. Yeah, recovery's broken. I don't think I could have killed off that. Side DI down. Grab. That could have been enough throw. But I wanted stage control, but I didn't capitalize off of that, so I guess I should have done that. Well, that was just a choice. There's no title or stuff for that. I did not mean to do that. And we're back here. So what I'm noticing for these first two games right now is I'm really bad at keeping stage control, and because he's the more experienced Bayo, I'm not getting much damage off of these combos. And he's just getting more damage and winning neutral more, and that's a bad combination for me. I'm just getting witch time stuff, and I think that my neutral is slightly more oppressive at the beginning of the neutral, but I'm not getting as much off of it, and I'm not keeping advantage for long enough. So that's definitely the main thing I see myself working on right now is combos and keeping stage control, keeping advantage, because that's the core Bayonetta gameplay, to make you afraid. And I will be making a video soon covering why I think Bayonetta is so good. Like, not just, oh, she has down tilt, up tilt, she has combos, which she has witch time, but psychologically why she's good. And I think she's a really interesting character. So I'm going to be uploading another video, I don't know when, like tomorrow, next day, the day after. 2 more games, Bayonetta Dittos, or Bayonetta versus some other character, or 1 game of Villager Bayo that I have. So yeah, please like, subscribe. That's kind of it.